Cent gonna break down how the beef with him and Ja Rule started, how he got in it with Eminem. So sit back and I'm gonna break down what he said. This is a big shout out to the $1 million worth of game. You know what I mean? Gilly and them did their thing. And you know, I'm gonna do a little reaction to this right here. So sit back, enjoy the ride, and let's get this thing popping. If you subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you're not subscribed, hit the notification bell and send me whatever content you want me to put up on my show or speak about to the number that's gonna flash on the screen when it come back. All right. All right, unique Mecca audio, man. We're gonna break this down and we're gonna drop this. And Gilly and them Wallow, they asking 50 Cent about what it was like when he got the deal with Eminem and how he got into the beef with Ja Rule and how that whole thing played out. All right, so let's get it popping.
Eminem first encounter go when he first got with you?
It was wild. It felt like.
How did it happen?
Remember that show that had Punk on MTV?
Yeah, Punk,
I thought they had cameras and it was gonna come out and say, you've been
Where was
Punk.
y'all at? What city was y'all at?
I was in California. You flew me to LA, right? I came out. I was so bugged out from the experience that I came through the airport with the vest and on. I'm lucky I took the shot plate out the front of the joint because when I came through, it didn't. But the lawyer that I had with me that took me to him, I get there, he like, yo, how do you feel the vest and shit? Like, yo, this is gonna be the biggest, right? He's like, yo, I'm so excited, you know, that it made me question whether what was happening was right. Because I just wasn't so used. It felt so good that it couldn't be like right. You know what I'm saying?
You know this like when your life been going one way and you feel a certain way and it's like, man, it's just too good to be true. You know, when you feel like it's too good to be true, everything going right, he getting ready to get a record deal, you know what I mean? He in LA, he meeting Eminem, he working with Dre. I mean, oh man, it couldn't get no better than that. For real.
I'm saying, and I'm like, yo, nah. And when I left that meeting, I didn't want him to feel like he brought a problem.
See, that's the problem that we have a lot of times, right? A lot of times it's like, we don't want, you know, someone like my man let me ride, you know. My man introduced me to a dude I took the BMW to. I go get the BMW fixed. It was supposed to be like 700. When I go there to pick it up, he wanted like 1,600. And I'm like, whoa. And he's telling me he did this, that, and that. And it was nothing wrong with it, but when I bought the BMW, they had the springs lowered because I got it from Miami. So the wheel was touching the wheel well. And when you turn the corner, you hear the big wheel tires rubbing on the inside of the fenders. And I didn't like it, but in Miami, they like it because it looks low and it's sitting right over the tire. So all I wanted me to do was just put it back to factory springs. He told me it was going to be like $400-500 for the factory springs and $200 to put it on, $700. I go pick the car up. He says that it was $1,600. You know what I mean? So now I tell him straight up, yo, listen, my man sent me here, right? So I'm going to be respectful. But if he wouldn't have sent me here, I would be punching you in your face right now. And he looked at me shocked. I said, yeah, you sitting here trying to play me. You told me 700, you know what I mean? I bought my 700. You gave me receipt for 700. This 1,600 thing, we ain't even going to play that. But I'm going to tell you what, only because my man sent me here, I'm going to give you the 1,600, but I'm letting you know now, it's taking everything in me out of the respect I have for my man to not punch you in the face right now, you know? But I'm going to give you the 1,600, and I'm going to deal with my man and get my balance back from him because he sent me to you. You know what I mean? And, you know, that's the way that played out. So now after that happened, me and my man kick it. I let him know what time it is, and he said, "Man, I appreciate you." And I punch him in the face. He do be trying to get over. He gave me the balance back. Da 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 da. You know what I mean? So my man gave me the balance that I let him go back and get, but I didn't want to get into speaking on it because if I would have even discussed it a little bit, I knew I would have wound up getting frustrated and I would have blacked out. It would have went violent and it would have turned up real ugly. So that's what 50 mean when he said he didn't want dude to think that he brought a problem. Is the same why I didn't want my man, mechanic to think that he sent a problem, which was me punching him in the face for what he deserved. All right.
So I wouldn't say anything about Ja Rule.
Yeah.
I kept it. I didn't say one.
How long did the meet last?
It was like when I met him the first night I met him. He had an event. It was the Marshall Mathers LP just came out the first week. He sold 1.7 million records, and he was so excited about me that I'm looking like, "You serious?" You know what I'm saying? Like,
See, now that's a genuinely good dude. He's saying that Eminem was looking at him. He's saying Eminem was, excited about him signing him and bringing him on. That he sold 1.7 million copies. That's 1,700,000 copies of a record he sold in a week. And he's looking at 50, that he happy with 50, and 50 looking at him like, yo, is you serious? You know what I mean? I wish I sold 1.7. He went on and said 10 million, superseded that. But, that's what it is. The protege is supposed to always become bigger than the chief. You know what I mean? Let's bring this back.
and like, yo, and by the time I got back, and I would never say anything about John until the first time I said something about him. John made a mistake and said something about Haley. When he said something about Haley, he thought that they made some sort of kind of connection when they was getting high or some shit like that. And I'm like, what the f made him think like this? And I'm like, it was a Friday evening. Em didn't record that Friday. I recorded that Friday, that Saturday, that Sunday. He came back. I had a full CD, Automatic Gunfire. It was my whole mixtape, Automatic Gunfire, was done Monday morning. He was listening. He's going, yo, when did y'all get a chance to? All the shit was this weekend. I was dying to do that. I just didn't want him to feel like he brought a problem because.
See, he said he been dying to make the mixtape to go with Ja Rule, but he didn't want to bring Ja Rule and his problem over to Dre and them and Eminem. And then when Ja Rule jumped out there, said something about Haley, tried to mix it in with drugs or whatever he was thinking, that's when he was like, oh man, I've been dying to do that. Now I could get this dude. And that's where Wankster and all that come from. Let's play this out.
I know he didn't understand the severity of who I am is.
See, he's saying that Eminem didn't understand the severity of who he is, meaning that he willing to take it all the way to the end. You know what I mean? Forget all that rap beef on wax. You know what I mean? Who I am is something totally different. That's what 50's saying.
It's a little different. Like, with me, it's like, consequences is you dead, nigga.
You heard that? Like I said, and I keep telling y'all, during my time for growing up in the street, the consequences for telling was decapitation. Decapitation. All right? Decapitation. All right? We know it's decapitation, but I'm just having fun with it. But that's what it is. Just like he said, the consequences you did. You know what I mean? Ain't too many people playing by those rules, so you got to stay in your own lane because those are your rules. And you don't want to cross the two because you're going to get all kinds of mixed bull crap. All right?
There's nothing else to talk about. He didn't quite understand that. He was listening to the material. He was listening to the music.
It's hot.
It's hot.
How much money did he give you for that first deal?
I got $1 million.
Cash, add the taxes.
The only person that pointed out that $1 million was no money was Damon Dash, and he has no money now.
See, that was his way of hitting Dame, right? Right there. Hold up. That was his way of hitting Dame right there. He said Dame pointed out that he had no money, but Dame was just talking that Harlem swag. That's what we do in Harlem. Dame straight up told him, you know what I mean? I'm going to spoil the king, but I'm going to just let it be known. Dame told, I'm going to let 50 tell it, man. I'm going to let him tell it.
I only felt that, because he said, well, there ain't no money. Like, after you get you a watch, a chain, and you look out for the homies, and you do this, then it's nothing. right? And I was like, nigga, I'm from 134th Street. $1 million is a lot of money.
You see? He's saying, 50's saying that, man, I'm still from the hood. You know what I mean? $1 million now is a lot of money. I'm still from the hood. I'm from 134th Street, man, in Queens, South Side. You know? Dame is on some Harlem swag flash. You know, first thing we gonna do, we get the money, go get the jewels, go get the whip, go get the gear. You know what I mean? Whatever order you choose to put it in, and now you're new man and you showing your wealth on your back, right? And that's always been our downfall. What 50 saying, he's like, man, I know how to make this work, and for looking out for the homies, this is what 50 thinking. Looking out for the homies, I got my selective few homies, but I don't owe the hood nothing. You understand what I'm saying? The hood already chose a side and, you know, went on Irv Gotti and Preem them side, so I don't owe them nothing. I just got my close comrades, and that's who I'm looking out for, and you can't knock them for that. But that's how that goes. So Dane pointed out that, man, you know, it's only $1 million. What's that? By the time you buy a wine to the car, you broke. You back to square one. And 50 like, man, you got me messed up all the way up. All right.
Right. I think I hit the lotto. Right. All you gonna say is no money, like that. And I just never forgot that because of how it felt.
Was that the only offer you got? Was any other labels offered you?
I met with.
See, he cut him off when he said he never forgot that. So that's something that y'all tell me in the comments if that sounds like he's saying that he never forgot that. And for that, he always gonna rub it in Dame's face because Dame tried to point out when he got his first million, like, oh, you still ain't nothing. You know what I mean? That's what it equated to in a man of morals and principles when you know, he excited about gaining something, you telling him, I ain't nothing, but $1 million ain't nothing. You know what I mean? Dude, strive. How many of y'all had $1 million watching this? You know what I mean? So you could understand how 50 feel. You know, how would you feel you get $1 million and, you know what I mean? Will Smith gonna tell you, that ain't nothing. Even though I ain't supposed to compare, you know, Dame to Will, but just give you an idea, because Dame family. You know what I mean? But you see where I'm coming from? But this is how people hold on to things that you don't even know that they holding on to or what they thinking. You know what I mean? Let's finish up 50.
Everybody. I remember Clue, Desert Storm, all of them. It's because I wanted them to say they was doing the deal with me. First thing they did when they came in, Skeen came in with them. He said, yo, we talked to the wolves. They said it's okay to talk to you. You think I do a deal with it? They gotta ask somebody if it's okay.
What other labels you done a deal with? What other name brand labels that offered you a deal?
Dino the Valley Universal.
Valley Universal.
They offered me a deal for the whole collective. Like they wanted my solo album and then the G-Unit albums. Yeah. Because I started making the tapes. But I didn't make the tapes until, LL was just talking about this recently. He was talking about Paradise. I wrote the chorus to Paradise. Charmel sung the reference vocals, and then A. Marie got it and turned it to what it is now. But I don't know why he was struggling with the idea of people feeling like I wrote for him, because who about writing for LL Cool J, bro? Like, that nigga was so far ahead of my career. Right. Like, I love LL Cool J. Like, I don't want him to ever feel like I want something or discredit him in any way. Like, that nigga was like
dog, you
the beginning.
Man. Like,
yeah, like, you was mama said knock you out. Like, dude, oh, don't with me, man. Don't make me feel like that, because I don't need to feel like that. There's nothing in it for me to take credit for anything that he's done. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, what? Nah, but I did write records.
But 50, now 50, stop. Let somebody, y'all put this question to 50. 50, how would you feel if somebody said that they wrote raps for you? You're saying that you don't know why he felt like that. You know it's a diss when, you know, rappers say that someone else write raps for them. So that's why L may have felt that. We might not have been towards nothing else, but just to clear that up, you know what I mean? Don't do that, 50. You know you feel a way if Drake said he wrote a song for you. You know, stop it. You know, let's keep it moving, man. You know, we ain't even gonna do all that.
Over for him. I felt like his A&R person let him pick records, and his ear was too mature. Yeah. You picking old school shit, this is what's working right now. Right. Listen to these music, do your version of that to this music. Right. And people will hear, relate to it. They can do that dance that they're doing right now, that same bop to to that joint. Right.
You just went on tour after all these years, and you sold a shitload of tickets.
Yeah. My audience is rich.
Your audience is what?
Yeah, they're rich. if you was in college in 2003, when I came out, and the music came on, and everybody agreed to have a good time. People disagree on everything, right? But they agree to have a good time when the music come on. We can't tell that they don't like each other. Right? You had this experience, this girl, she just got a license and a whole control of her. She decided she'd give it to who she wants to, and she decided she wanted to give it to you. It's the greatest moment of your life, right? Now look, when this is happening, and you connected to me, because musically, my music is playing. Later, everything that we do at one point in our life, we do it differently at another point, right? So let's say you would go to a sports bar, or you would go to a nightclub, or you would go to the drink you would have at dinner. You start to have that wine cellar or that bar in your house, and you have that drink in the privacy of your home. Because socially, if you went to the nightclub, you would be hanging out with your kids. I saw this last tour, I saw a bad. I was like, oh, this is bad. Girl, the only difference between this tour and my other tours is when I looked this tour, I said, Dad, where's your mother? Yeah. Where the f is your mother?
All right. See, that's where that is, just so you understand. He's showing you how time evolved. He came out 2003, so his fans that met each other, party with each other, did this and that with each other, that now here it is 20 years later, they was college kids, they got successful is what he used as an example. So now they get money and they blowing up, so they doing everything right legally, and they the ones paying to go to his concerts. So that's why he said that his fans are rich. All right. Now, this was just a little tutorial, let it be known. But like I said, Dame Dash really got under his skin when he told him that, man, $1 million ain't no money. That's how we talking, that $1 million ain't no money. By the time I buy 2 Rolls Royce, I'm broke. What am I going to do with $1 million? That's what you tell the record label. What am I going to do with $1 million? You know what I mean? I got to get me a rose. I got to get my wife a rose. That's $1 million right there. What about the house? You know what I mean? What about the furniture? You better try at least $10 million. You know, that's how, you know, if they talk to them like that, they'll get more out of it instead of waiting to get it from the back end. But that's how it is. So you rappers, you trying to get the jewels, let me know. If it's any content you want me to do, send it to the number that's going to be coming on the screen. There it is right there, 917-680-9091. If it's a link, make sure you send the link. Don't screenshot it and send it to me. Send a link so I can check it out and put your name in it, and I'll make sure I get a shout out that you're the one that brought it to me. All right? So let's get this popping. If you subscribe. If you're not subscribed, you know what I mean, hit the notification bell and subscribe. If you're already subscribed, just hit the notification bell, and let's keep this thing moving. All right?
Cheers to the crime.
Of 26, he back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions is a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Take a little gully posse and put it in hard. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never swilling to the cops, Mecca audio. In the 90s, drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spin a couple bands on the dapper can. You eat back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, just a horn uptown, baby horn uptown, Dominican bust down. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now you trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend a ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about